1970s. So we welcome that as a first positive step, but we also stand in solidarity with our Pacifica communities in saying that that is not where this kindness and acknowledgement of racism and wrongdoing must stop. There needs to be meaningful action that comes with this apology. So what does that look like in real terms? We're asking for our overstayers to be made lawful since they're already here and they don't pose any risk in terms of COVID. In the last few months, all we've heard for every immigration issue is like COVID, COVID, COVID. While COVID is real, and we acknowledge that we must keep the borders closed and not bring in more people, we are talking about people who are already here, people who are already part of the workforce. So it makes sense at every level to document those workers. So we are here making a stand in solidarity with our Pacifica community to request amnesty for overstayers. And we have a lot of other long-standing demands for migrant issues, for fixing the broken immigration system, which I'll talk about as we go on in this event. I'm mindful that several of our speakers and musicians and singers will also be attending the event across the road. So we will start off with them so that then they are free to go and attend the apology event, which is very, very important. So first up, I'm going to introduce Roger Fowler and Maya, his daughter. So Roger, I think I probably won't have enough words to introduce most of our veteran activists today, so apologies in advance. So back in the 1970s, when the dawn raids were happening and the Panthers, Polynesian Panthers, organized, Roger was alongside with the community, resisting, going to the protests. And in more recent times, how I have gotten to know Roger is through solidarity with the people of Palestine. He's a very staunch supporter of rights of the indigenous people, whether they are here or overseas, like Palestine. And Roger is also a songwriter and a singer, so he's been kind enough to write a song specially dedicated to our migrants here. So over to Roger and Maya. Thank you. Oh, and also this event is being live streamed for those of you not here, but I guess, yeah, you can watch from home, which is not ideal. It's being live streamed on YouTube, Radio Inqilab channel, and a couple of Facebook timelines. Thank you.
Kia ora tātou, everybody. Say that you've been searching for a place you've never been. Well, here it is. Here it is. When you're down there at the bottom and you're looking for a friend, well, here I am. Here I am. When you're growing tired of running after rainbows, well, have no fear. You're welcome here. When it feels like you've been drifting and you don't know where you've been, well, come on in. You can come on in. And if all you've seen is back roads that lead you out of town, well, turn around, my friend. Turn around. When you're growing tired of running after rainbows, well, have no fear. You're welcome here. Hide in mine, hide in mine. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. Kia ora, thank you.
Thanks, Roger. Thanks, Maya. That was awesome. Wonderful. Thanks for your support. So, more music next up. We have a band called Aputaki, a Latin American folk band, and they're all migrants themselves, either recently arrived or New Zealand born, but children of migrants. So over to them. Thank you.
Kia ora everyone. We're really privileged to play today, standing in solidarity with migrants and especially acknowledging the Pacifica community today. We're going to play 3 songs. We play music from the Andes, originating from Los Pueblos Originarios, and we just want to share that music that is really special to us here in Aotearoa, New Zealand with you all. So enjoy. Muchas gracias. Sulpai.
Sí, sí.
Cuatro forasteros, a ver si puedo rescatar con 4 rifleros. Mi palomita se la han robado 4 forasteros, a ver si puedo rescatarla con 4 rifleros. Fuerza sí, fuerza no, tirites de mi vida, para fuerza bajo yo, kawaii kanai kitai.
Fuerza sí, fuerza no, chichi ya se vivita.
Para fuerza bajo yo, kawaii kanai kitai.
Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con
Mayaceta y esa es la vida.
Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con
Mayaceta y esa es la vida.
Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con
Mayaceta y esa es la vida.
Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con mayaceta y esa es la vida.
Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con mayaceta y esa es la vida. Chasquita, caspita con su chillahuita, lompono, caspita con su chinita. Saina, quitamutu con mayaceta y esa es la vida. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, bro.
We will play now a song El Chuño from Andean Mound. And
No nervous, no nervous.
Aputaki. al lago. Dicen que vuelves, volverás, como el río que se va al lago. Cumampi, Nayampi, cuando florezca el chuño, caguán, no caguán, cuando florezca el chuño.
¡Y nos vamos, oiga!
Thank you so much. There's a line in that song which says, "Don't forget the place that you were born," which I guess it's a bit of "Don't forget your roots."
You get this one. Sorry.
We're going to play one more song for you, and it's a dance song, so feel free to move, feel free to dance. Thank you very much, and have a beautiful day.
Lower, down, lower, lower, lower.
This song is called Fiesta Caporal.
So if you feel like dancing, please do so. Todavía no. Happens. Dos, tres, y...
very much. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. That was awesome. Wonderful. We enjoyed that, right? Okay. We have got some more speeches, lots more music. We will soon have the Polynesian Panthers with us too. But before that, I am going to call upon a Green Party MP, Tiano Tuiono, who obviously hails from the community himself. And the Green Party has been very vocal and open about, and they have released their immigration policy, and they have a very good, strong stance on what should happen about the dawn raids. So please welcome Tiano.
Kia ora, tēnā tātou katoa ki rungi nā ahua tanga o te wā, te tuatai me ana ki te mana whenua, nā te whātua ki o rākai ki rungi te puke, ki te uru, te kawairau āmaki, te kai o te waka o Tainui, ko Tainui waka, o tira ko nā tini iwi, kei te mora nui a toi, anō rea mihi ana ki rātou ka tika. First of all, I wanted to acknowledge the various mana whenua of the Waira Tamaki Makaurau, our whanaunga nā te whātua ki o rākai, whose lands that we stand on. Out west, te kawairau āmaki, and heading out to the kai of the waka o Tainui out there in South Auckland. For those of us from South Auckland, any South Aucklanders here today? Yes, thought so. And also, of course, also acknowledging the various iwi out there, te Moananui Ātoi out in the Hauraki Gulf as well, particularly some of the actions, some of the iwi are happening out there today. But also, kia ora ko te katoa te aroa mātua te atua, talofa lava, malolele, nisa bolavanaka, whakalofa lei atu mau tolo osi. Warm Pacific greetings, everybody. Warm Pacific greetings on this, the dawn of the Dawn Raids apology. The Green Party is here in solidarity with all of everybody here standing up for workers' rights, standing up for migrants. And I also want to, first of all, pay homage to those people, my parents' generation, that felt the meanness, that felt who were at the pointy end of what was happening happening with the Dawn Raids. Today is about them, and it's also about acknowledging that particular moment in time where people, where the yapiha of the state, where the officers of the state crashed into our homes and harassed our people. But here's the thing, people. Here's the thing about the immigration system. Yes, the Dawn Raids was racist, but it wasn't like after this apology happens that it will continue, that all of a sudden it will stop being racist. It will continue to be racist, and that's why we must continue to organise. That's why it's important that we continue to connect. That's why it's important for us to reach out to each other. There's a couple of things that we've been pushing for quite some time as well. Apologies are great. I'm here to acknowledge the apology to happen for our elders. That is really important. That is really important. And it's really important for that to happen now because our elders are still with us. My parents' generation, they are still with us. And I'm mindful of one of the last apologies that I remember. That was the apology which happened in Samoa. And a lot of that generation had also already gone and passed away because it was about what happened post-World War I. But here's the thing. In order for an apology to be meaningful, it must be backed up with action. That action, of course, must include the education component. It must include the education component. We must learn about the history and the racist history of the immigration policies of this country. We must learn about that. Our children must learn about that. We must learn about it. There should be a trust that's set up to help to empower Pasifika people so they can continue and we continue to learn about that. But that's not enough. That is not enough. In order for an apology to be truly meaningful, we must have an amnesty for overstayers. We must have an amnesty for overstayers. And I've had a look at some of the numbers. We went through some of the numbers that came out of the immigration around about 2017. There's only 14,000 overstayers. That's it. That's it. That's all that there is. Maybe it's more than that. Probably is, but it won't be significant numbers. And here's the thing that I am mindful of. Is many of our relatives that have had to overstay, is that these people, by and large, are essential workers. They're our essential workers. Do you remember our essential workers? I do. They're the people that carried us through this pandemic. They're the people that stocked our supermarket shelves. They're the people that actually helped do all that hard mahi. While those of us who stayed home were sitting in the safety of our homes. Let us remember the contribution of essential workers. Let us remember the contribution of migrant workers to this country. That is what we have to do. We also have to have very clear pathways for residency, clear pathways to residencies, residencies that make sense. Let's decouple work visas. So if you are here and you're overstaying and you get stuck with some sort of employer, you shouldn't have to jump through all the different cracks in order for you to get better working conditions. That should automatically be afforded to you as right, by right. That's what needs to happen. So just to conclude, I just want to say kia kaha, kia kaha, kia toa. Continue to make and build those connections between all of our different communities, because here's the thing. When we reach out to each other and when we make those connections across our different communities, we become stronger. We become stronger together. Nō reira, tēnā tātou, tēnā koutou katoa, kia kaha. All power to the people.
Kia ora te anō. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. And just I want to go through the groups who are here in support. There is Association of New Kiwis in Aotearoa. There is Reunite Split Families. There's Migrant Workers Association. There's ALAC, which is Auckland Latin American Community Group. There's Migrant Workers Association. There's Migrant Rights Network. There are the Panthers, who will be up on the microphone soon. There are many, many musicians. There are Unite Union, other unions, Socialist, Aotearoa. So the support is widespread and diverse, and as you'll see from the music we've got from different parts of the world. So before I call upon the Polynesian Panthers, I'm going to ask Raul and Emiliano to sing a song. So Raul, they're both migrants, newly arrived, I think. Raul has written this song specially for migrants and the plight of migrants and what we all go through. And Emiliano is going to sing this song. Over to you guys.
Hello. Hello, thank you very much. We'll be performing this song for you, and thank you. What a nice place, a bubble far away where the wind comes back again. A place where migrants come to study and work. What a dream coming offshore. God kindly says your skills aren't welcome anymore. Just a political ploy to keep their base a confident vote. Something to show off the next 3 years of so. Despite there were migrants before at Pahek and Maori years ago, they forgot the migrant struggle, the danger visa struggles. Never forget what we do. From the farms to the CBD, we came to contribute. Never forget what we do. From the farms to the CBD, we came to contribute. Never forget what we do. From the farms to the CBD, we came to contribute. Never forget what we do. Ooh, ooh. We can't plan to remain. Firms can't hire long term. With COVID and ocean away, this is our home as well. Restaurants close early, farms close barely, nurses sleep scarcely. The rates never forget to split our families away. I'm here to say we came to contribute. He's here to say we come to contribute. She's here to say we came to contribute. Our Chinese friend says we're here to contribute. Our Indian friend says we're here to contribute. Our Filipino friend says we're here to contribute. Our Latino friends says we're here to contribute. We are all here to say we're here to contribute. Never forget what we do. From the farms to the CBD, we can to contribute. Oh yeah, never forget what we do. Ooh, ooh. Thank you very much.
One thing I've overlooked, guys, can you tell us where you're from?
I am originally from Venezuela. He lived half of my life in Mexico, and I'm planning and trying to also live the rest of my life here. So yes.
I'm from Mexico. I am a PhD student without like pathway to residency. So we created this for you to raise awareness of the problems here. And music, it is a way to transfer that and share us and help us to join a common goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The skills, I don't value people based on their so-called low skills or high skills. All skills are skills. So yeah, we need people like this, and they're already here, and they're contributing members of society. So the first band that we had, I believe they were representing Chile, Peru, and more importantly, Aotearoa. We're all Aotearoa. Doesn't matter where we come from, we're here now. So next up, as you will have all read recently in the news, what happened back in the 1970s and how the resistance came and how communities organized, the Polynesian communities. When I say Polynesian, that's Pacifica and Maori, Tangata Whenua. So they got together and pushed back and were at the time finally successful in stopping the hideous dawn raids. And today, that trauma is so deep and intergenerational. The apology today will be a beginning of the healing process, but not the end and not the ultimate solution, as we keep saying. So next up, I am going to invite a baby panther, I'm told, as most of our panthers are in their 60s and 70s, and I believe or feel they've done way more than their fair share of resistance and activism, but once a panther, always a panther. So Mekalesi Nata, a baby panther, about to make her maiden speech. And I think I'll probably just stop here because I don't want to disrespect the contributions and all the hard work that's taken place in the past. And we do have a couple of other people from the Panthers here as well, but we'll have Mekalesi and all the other Panthers, rightly so, are busy with what's happening in there. So yeah, off you go, Mekalesi.
Yeah. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge our Heavenly Father that's brought us all here together from different parts of the world, different nations, different languages. And it's an honor, but also humbled to be standing here to speak on behalf of the co-founder of the Great Polynesian Panthers, Will Ilolahia. Will Ilolahia can't make it today, and he sends his apologies, but also he sends his solidarity to you all. And I'm here also with Fred and Fire on behalf of Will, and it's just a great honor to be here. Tap ki he o tua mafi, o ku hi tau lotolotonga. Tap foki ke whanau ahau eiki, maha matapule. Whakatapu e ni ki he kupu o Polynesian Panthers. Whakatapu e ni ki Unite Union, Joe, anu mo e kainga kotoa pe o ku mo hao, me ngahi whanua kotoa pe, ko hi koe whanua koe ni, Aotearoa New Zealand. Let me speak in the different languages to be able to show honor and respect to all you people that are here from different nations, here in this whenua, Aotearoa. Ashan, namaste, sakrita, ni hao ma, anaseo, ni sa bulavanaka, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. Pē foki, ko whakatapu e ni ki he kainga, tangata whenua o Aotearoa. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. As we've already heard, we're gathered here today because of the government's apology to the Polynesian Panthers in regards to the dawn raids that took place. And what an error it was for our people, the hardships, the struggles that they had to trial through, being dawn raided by these police officers early hours in the morning. Lest we forget what our people and the Polynesian Panthers went for, what they stood for, what they fought for. And even there, when you look at the Auckland Town Hall, there was an arrangement already made with the ministry and also Ngāti Whātua to be for this specific apology to be held at the Victor Arena, but they chose the Auckland Town Hall. And out of the days, 7 days in our Pacifica tradition, the first Sunday of the month is the day for Sakara Meniti, Holy Communion. And for all our Polynesian people and Pacifica people to be at church today, they chose the Sunday, the first day of the month, to come and do their work. Well, I'm sorry, Lord, but I've been called to come and do your work here to serve the people and speak on behalf of those that society has forgotten about, the downtrodden and the impoverished. 47 years it's taken the Labour government to come to this apology. 47 years. And a lot of the Polynesian Panthers, those that stood with Will Ilolahia, passed away, the families that have had to go through all sorts because of the dawn raids that took place and the police officers arresting our people. And our generations here, I haven't forgotten that. And standing here together, united, with all the overstayers that are here today from parts of the world, this is what the kōrero is all about. It's not in there, it's over here. Yeah. For the people, by the people. You don't dictate to me, you don't dictate to me, Labour government, what you're going to tell me. I'll tell you. So 47 minutes, they're about to do, that's gonna take to do this apology. 47 minutes, Labour government, I challenge you to grant amnesty pathways of residency to all overstayers, 14,000 overstayers. 47 minutes, I'm gonna challenge you from now to grant pathways, amnesty and residency to 14,000 overstayers. I'm not gonna cover it up and just make it out that I'm all good with the apology, depending on who is all good with the apology. And also looking at compensation. There should also be part of your kōrero in there as well. Looking at compensation for these overstayers that have suffered under your treatment. And I'm just wanting to reflect also on the Princess of Tonga, Srik Tapu. Kore pe ke o lea pe, kai tua pe lea, ke princesi. Iene hingoa, princesi, Srik Tapu. Her father, the Tui Pelehake, was Prime Minister at the time when the dawn raids was happening here in Aotearoa. Princess Siliku Tapu, I know, you know, in your father's time, that our people were being dawn raided. And I also want to say that you hear the people's voices, that we stand together united, not divided. That we stand united, not divided. And you look at the bigger picture of today, we need to support our people, not forget those that stood strong and fought for the rights for overstayers in the times of the Polynesian Panthers, but at the same time stand together, because united we stand, divided we fall. And once again, paying homage to honor the co-founder of the Great Polynesian Panthers, Will Ilolahia, and the Panthers themselves that'll be in there. But when you look at the bigger picture, it's about the people. It's always about the people. It's always about the people. I don't care about policies, politics, and all that jazz. It's for the people and by the people. Let the people's voices be heard. Let the people's voices from all over the world here in the whenua Aotearoa, let their voices be heard. Because at the end of the day, while you are out there collecting the mula, we're out here doing the mahi. Unite Union, all you socialists Aotearoa, all those migrants that are here today, and also the Polynesian Panthers. Today is that day where we stand strong, stand united, and support the kaupapa, granting, allowing residency, amnesty, and pathways for all overstayers, $14,000, 14,000 overstayers. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. And just the waiata, Will requested it also by UB40 in the House of Sim, the last performance that Carl Perkins gave as the message of love. This goes out to all of you. Panthers Assembly, power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the people. Tēnā koutou.
Unite as one, we're strong, let's come together. Oh yeah, side by side we stand and nothing can go wrong. Oh yeah, if we try to get along just with each other. Oh yes, that brings peace and love and plus a happy home. You know, 'cause this is a message of love, sending you blessings from our heart. This is a message.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, Makalesi. Absolutely for the people, by the people, all power to the people. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll have some more music very soon. Monstera, a feminist punk rock band, who are just tuning the instruments, I think. So after that, we'll have a very brave family come up here and share their story with you all. It's quite hits a personal note with me and my family as well. So here's a family from Brazil, been here for 5 years. They've been granted, or they will easily get their residence, I suppose, but because their child doesn't fit the perfect child mold, she has a developmental condition. I'm sure you would have seen this in the news yesterday or day before. So the 10-year-old can be deported while the parents can be given residence in this country. It's just, I don't know how much more cruel this broken immigration system can get. That is just unimaginable. So after Monstera have contributed in this forum, we will have the Galvayo family come up here and share their pain with us. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Kia ora koto. Kia ora koto. We're Monstera. We're very honored to be here with you all. Thank you for having us and having this demonstration. We stand in solidarity with all the migrants, with the Tikana Whenua, and with Polynesian Panthers. We also think this apology came too late and needs to be followed up by action.
This song is called Underdogs, and as for all the underdogs around the world, keep fighting, keep fighting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This song is for the kids who has to fight to stay alive. This song is for a square who has to run just to thrive. This song's for the single mothers who has to birth to get some care. Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Put back together, gotta change your lives. Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Put back together, gotta change your lives.
This song is for the women who want abortion on demand. And this song's for Black Lives Matter, who on the street to change the world. And this song is for the immigrants who left their homes for better lives.
Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Push back together, gotta change your lives. Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Push back together, gotta change your lives. Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Push back together, gotta change your lives. Take it to the streets, change the fucking beat. Push back together, gotta change your lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we turn that up just a tiny bit? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This one too? That one?
this one.
Can you make the mics up a tiny bit?
Ah.
Yep. Mic's up. Thanks. This song is called Temper Zone. This is about the workers that worked in the Temper Zone factory in Mangere, and they got laid off during COVID. And this song is about workers' rights for them and how their company stole their holiday pay. And we went to a protest with them. It was very powerful. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking all their subsidies, handing out redundancies, give them back their leave. Geez, where's their human rights? Hey, is it 'cause they're Maori? Are you fucking racist? You think this hits you hard? Please, what about the families? You don't need that money. You stole the subsidy, that's not your money. Just pay their fucking salaries. Working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back. Tempers on you, rob them, hurt the working families. Don't you got no dignity? Trouble out in Mangere. Is it 'cause they're Pacifica? You think that you can pay them less? That's just another capitalist lie and a racist COVID mess. You don't need the money. You stole their subsidy. That's not your money. Just pay their fucking salaries. Working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back while working folks are under attack. Everybody when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back when working folks are under attack. Stand up and fight back. Fight back.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thanks everyone for being here. And also, we wanted to say, when you touch one of us, you touch all of us. We're all in this together. Se toca una, se toca a todas. So we got to stand together in solidarity. This next song is called Desaparecidas, and it's about the women that disappeared and workers' rights in the maquiladora factories between Mexico and the United States for workers' rights conditions, better human rights. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Martha's coming home. Mother's waiting by the phone. Nobody knows your name. When you work in a factory, life is hard when you live on the border. Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas,
No están. Blaming it on NAFTA, blaming it on free trade, blaming it on patriarchy. It was a fucking femicide. Women's bodies were found in the desert. Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas, no están. The phone keeps waiting on your call. Your mother never saw your face again. Your daughter is growing up alone. No, no, no goodbye. Justice for the women, women of Juarez, tear down the patriarchy, fuck police and the corruption. Justice for the women, women of Juarez. Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas, ¿dónde están? Desaparecidas, no están. They are not here.
Solidarity, keep the fight alive. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Monstera. I will remember the one line. If you touch one, you touch us all. I think that's the take-home message here. Thank you very much. Someone just told me that the Minister of Immigration is somewhere over there in the queue to go into the hall. We would just like to extend an invitation to Mr. Chris Farfoy to join us here just for a couple of minutes if he deems it important to listen to some of the migrant issues. So that invitation will stay open for as long as we are here. Feel free to join us whenever you can. We just want to share with you what we're asking for, the problems that we have. We're not asking for the earth. The fixes are quite simple. Like Tiana said, it's only 14,000 people. Makalesi was saying that too. And those people are already here. So the fixes are not really that difficult. And the solutions actually make sense for everybody, for the country, for the businesses, for the migrants themselves. So we are really baffled as to why you keep ignoring everybody, not just the migrants, you keep ignoring everybody. So once again, please join us. We're here for as long as we need to be. So next, I'm going to invite the Galvao family. who will share their story. Like I mentioned, that the mum and dad have been given residence, but the 10-year-old daughter who has autism can't be granted residence. So, yeah, obviously they'll deport that child. It doesn't really get any more cruel than that. And yeah. So that actually takes me back to the Dawn Raids era when Pacifica children who were born here, obviously at that time anyone born here was a citizen, but mum and dad being overstayers were deported while children stayed here. So separating families is still happening. So it seems like nothing much has changed, just that the way it's delivered may have changed a little bit to soften the blow in their terms, I guess. So yeah, the Galvayo family next. Thank you.
Kia ora. We gathered together here today in sympathy with all the migrants that are going through a very difficult time. And my story is just, I'm going to try to make this simple, like fast, for you to understand what we are going through. Last year, my wife and my daughter, they went overseas to visit the grandparents. And when I was here in New Zealand, I applied for work residency. And my family is full of dreams, like all of you are full of dreams. And then we had the lockdown. Many of the families, as I see all of you here, can relate with this situation, with this scenario. You don't have your beloved ones here in New Zealand. I was lucky. I could say like this, I was lucky, because I was insistent with the immigration to grant my daughter and my wife to come back. And finally, in October last year, my family was back to me. But all of a sudden, I have this decision from immigration that they say that we are welcome here in Aotearoa. However, my daughter, because she's autistic, she did not ask to be born with autism. She was not, you know, like all like that. She wants is to stay in New Zealand. She sees New Zealand as her home. And I please beg you, Christopher or Jacida, if you are listening, to please consider, have mercy, because many other people might be going through the same situation. I don't know your story. We decided to tell our story by creating a petition. And in this petition, we tell us our story, what we are going through. This time, my daughter was back in Brazil with my wife. All the improvements, all the work we have done, she just went downhill, every single work we've done. Because when she is here in New Zealand, she feels New Zealand as her home. And I pray, God, that every one of you that dreams to a better place, please pursue your dreams. I'm here today. I hope all of you do not give up. I'm not going to give up. And I thank you for your patience to listen to my story. If you are willing to help me somehow, as I'll be more welcome, you are welcome to sign my petition on change.org. My daughter's name is Michaela. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's quite often very difficult to share personal stories like that. So thank you. And that's absolutely right. Yeah, we are the whanua we stand on. Yeah, we are absolutely respectful. And back in the day, it was Polynesian Panthers for a reason. It wasn't just called Pacific Panthers because Maori were also alongside the communities resisting, fighting back for justice. So even so now, many of us migrants have been out at Ihumata when that occupation was happening. So we do stand together. As many of our speakers have said today, that united we stand, divided we fall. Yes, we've been invited to come and live here, but that does not give the government here a free pass to be cruel. Human rights still exist. This government is signed up to many conventions with the United Nations. So absolutely right, we are respectful of each other. We united in all our fights here. Some more music next. We have got Jacida Rally, a reggae artist, once again from South America, from Chile. Over to Jared.
Yes, my name is Jacida Rally. I come from Chile and I bring some music, some reggae music to support the cause. Thank you for each and everyone is here today. Yeah, man, when you're ready. Whoa, 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 whoa. You hear me now? I just rely on tell you this. City, yeah, yo, yeah, 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 yeah. The wicked of the runway. Them can't stop Rasta children. Oh no, the wicked of the runway. Because them wicked and evil. Whoa, 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 whoa. The wicked of the runway. Them can't stop Rasta children. Oh no, the wicked of the runway. Because them wicked and evil city, yeah, yo, yeah. It better you go high with your pumps and pride, exalting yourself in pretty suit and lies. You capture the herbs and don't give me a dime. Behind the tall walls you promoting crimes. The devil is a liar, so rejecting for sure. The wicked get rich, executing the poor. Them take where we rise many thousand years. Liberation we seek for the weak and the brave. The wicked of the runway. Them can't stop Rasta children. Oh no, the wicked of the runway. Because them wicked and evil. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me say the wicked of the runway. Stop Rasta children. Oh no, the wicked of the runway. Because them wicked and evil city, yeah, yo. With your pumps, exalting yourself. Can you give me an extract, please? Can you give me an extract? Next track. Thank you. Yes, I just bring some reggae music for you. I come from Chile. I'm an immigrant as well. And New Zealand's been my home. Yes. This one is for the young ones. It's a jungle out there. Listen, the ghetto youths have to fight and live it up a jungle out there. Big 45 and the violence, you please don't pick it up a jungle out there. To survive every day you have to rise with another planet. Jungle out there. Jungle out there, yeah. Without food in the pot that a rat. When the ghetto youth them angry, them no smile, not a laugh. Poverty is them burden and them hope to depart from. Nor interaction with Kapala or Disart. Money to the max to chillax and relax. No pounds and euro always stuck up in a box. Exporting the real sensey crops. We not real from the cops. Love and prosperity, that's how we ups. Hey, it's a jungle out there. The ghetto youths have to fight and live it up a jungle out there. Big 45 and the violence, you'd please don't pick it up a jungle out there. To survive every day you have to rise with another planet. Jungle out there. Jungle out there, yeah. Get Tom and step out in the storm with mission inside. In addition, every decision correct and right. We keep slaving through the pain for the paper. If we fulfill this mission, whether it's day or night. Cause our rise, man, arise from our ship of life to be the suffering used through the toughest fight. We will never fall to the system like a loser. Man, if we stand up big and firm like a rock in life. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle, you know. The ghetto youths have to fight and live it up a jungle out there. Big 45 and the violence youth, please don't pick it up a jungle out there. Yeah, yeah. To survive every day you have to rise with another plan. A jungle out there. Jungle out there, yeah. Yeah, man, this is the real concrete jungle we're living in. So we have to be brave. With no giving in. You see me, I say, one more time. Hey, it's a jungle out there. The ghetto youths have to fight and live it up a jungle out there. Big 45 and the violence youth, please don't pick it up a jungle out there. To survive every day you have to rise with another plan. A jungle out there. Jungle out there, yeah. Yes. We got one more. Give me the next one. Just bring some music for the cause. Big up each and everyone is in the place today. A beautiful day in New Zealand, Aotearoa. Iron Gate sound. Hey, you hear me now? Yes. Right now. One more song for you. I just rely on tell you this. Boom. Keep on fighting. Keep your heads up. Keep on fighting. You know we no surrender. Keep on chanting. Jared Lion, Rastaman a chanting. Yes. Whoa, whoa, yo, yeah, 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 yeah. Mi música no es solo para tu diversión. Mi música viene a hablar de la situación, de lo que está viviendo ahora la población. Hay mucho descontento, mucha resignación, pero yo te digo que estés alerta. No bajes la guardia y se no tiempo pa' otra siesta. Este es el llamado, mira, esa es la propuesta, pa' encender la llama de mi gente que despierta. Ok, keep on fighting. Keep your heads up, keep on fighting. You know we no surrender, keep on chanting. Rastaman a chanting, yes. Whoa, whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Camino hear what them say, cause Selassie guide the way. The Almighty Creator give thanks and praise every day. I hear the music play, then I jump on the stage. I tell the people them the truth of these days. Them cut the tree, them rip out the sea. They wanna root my life, they wanna steal my liberty. And that mean I need fist upon the slavery. Can you see your children still living on the street? People working so hard for the wicked man, just to make more money for the government, for the tax man and the federal banks. Poor people feel the pressure of the rich man. Alright, keep on fighting. New Zealand, keep your heads up. Keep on fighting. You know we no surrender. Keep on chanting. Rastaman a chanting, yes. Whoa, whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Mi música no es solo para tu diversión. Mi música viene a hablar de la situación, de lo que está viviendo ahora la población. Hay mucho descontento, mucha resignación, pero yo te digo que estés alerta. No bajes la guardia y se no hay tiempo para una siesta. Este es el llamado, mira, esa es la propuesta, para encender la llama de mi gente que despierta. Ok, keep on fighting. Keep your heads up, keep on fighting. You know we no surrender, keep on chanting. from a long time. Rastaman a chanting, yes. Whoa, whoa, yo, yeah, 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 yeah. Boom! Thank you very much. Continue the fight. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. With lyrics like that, it definitely makes it easier for us to continue the fight. Thank you, Ja Red Lion. Next up, I will call upon Sher Singh from Migrant Rights Network New Zealand to share his thoughts with you. Sher has been alongside the migrant cause from a long time, so Sher.
Hello, kia ora, namaste, assalamu alaikum, or pyar pari sat sri akal to everyone. First of all, I want to thank everyone that took out their precious time to come and show solidarity for this event and also this event that's happening in the town hall. I honestly don't know what really to say about this event, because do we want the same event happening in the next 20 years? For the suffering that migrants are going through now, do we want an apology event held at this event hall 20 years later to say sorry for the suffering that the migrants are suffering today? Do we want that? Do we want that? I can't hear you, man. Do we really want that? Because the way we are going now, I think this is what we're going to be expecting in the near future. The suffering, our children, husbands, wives that are going through the suffering now. If we're going to keep quiet, wait 20 years, maybe 30 years. It might not be this town hall, it might be another hall. And then there will be a next generation holding placards like this, wanting justice for them. I just want to make one thing clear, that yes, we are in solidarity of the Dawn Raid apology. But the apology, is that going to fix anything? Is the apology going to fix the suffering that the children had at that time? Is the apology going to fix the nightmares that the brothers and our Islander community brothers and sisters had that time? Is it going to fix that? No. And what is the difference between then and now? The difference is that, yes, there's been similar things happening in workforces now. People going, the police going to their houses, grabbing them, deporting them. But the only thing is, it's not been covered by the media. It's all been hidden. It's all been hidden. Migrants committing suicides. It's all been hidden. The media has been ziplocked. They've been controlled by the government. There's a poster here. Where's that poster for the brother Devinder? Brother Devinder committed suicide. Did anybody see this person's article in the newspaper? No. This brother committed suicide. Why? Because he was exploited. He was exploited by his employer. I remember he contacted us, and we tried our very best to help him. He committed suicide. Why? Because he was exploited by his employer. And then he became an overstayer. And then what happened? He didn't get support. He didn't get support. Nor from the immigration, nor from the government, but what a shame, he didn't even get support from our own community. He got used. I'm saying this out loud and proud today because I contacted their family. They said, brother, we can't say anything. We've been threatened. We've been threatened to say nothing. He got abused, he got tortured, and he got blackmailed. Why? Because he became an overstayer. How much longer do you reckon this brother could have suffered? So at the end, what did he decide? To take his life. And what the least, what can we do for this brother? And it's just, I'm just holding this person's, Devinder's photo today, but we don't know how many people have done that or tried. I've had a brother that a mother, that contacted me from India, whose son is only 19-year-old, who tried committing suicide in the front of the mother twice. He said, I'm going to keep trying it. They had, the younger sister is 24/7 sitting with him along his bedside just to see that he does not take that step. But how long? There's a lot of talk on national media, social media. There's a lot of talk everywhere that, yes, we are suffering. I'm going back to my first question. Is the apology going to fix it? The government has a golden opportunity of making it right. They can do it. There's only a few thousand, 14,000? 14,000. Give them residency. And I can assure you it's not going to make any difference to the economy. It maybe will help the economy. But look at Queen Street now. My child, when I was little, that's long way ago. 5 years ago, this street used to be booming. Look at it, businesses closed, empty. I'm surprised that why isn't the local public talking about it? Everything is going, prices are rising. We go to a restaurant, we have to, rather than waiting 5 minutes, we have to wait 20 minutes because they're short staffed. They don't have staff working there. Who's the culprit? It's the government. And this was the same government that assured us that they will stand with the migrants before they came in power. What a shame on them. Shame. 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 And I just, for the MPs that are saying that, yes, we stand strong with our migrant community, you know what? Enough of this blah, 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 man. Give it to us in writing. Give it to us in writing, and then maybe I'll come and support you. We've held multiple events. We've sent you invitations. We hardly see you, but we've seen a lot of, just now a sister was saying to me, a brother was saying to me, a lot of thousands of fan following on social media. What's the use? Are the migrants here to become fans? Are they here to become a sheep? No. They've put their properties, they've picked up loans, come here for a better future. Focus on your future rather than becoming a sheep. Focus on the facts. Focus on the facts and see, yes, these guys are standing in solidarity. These guys have been standing with us, not just now, for how long? And start asking questions. Because there's been in the past too much blah, 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 blah. Too much bullshit. If they really had mean what they said, we wouldn't have been standing here. We wouldn't have had how many protests or rallies? But the problem is we face the problem that they torture us and then we forget it. So, like I said before, we're here in solidarity, but our question is Is the apology going to fix everything? No, it's not. And do we want an apology 10 years or 20 years down the track? No. We just had a sister speak earlier. You know, we can only listen to her pain, but she's the only person that feels that pain because she's felt it when she was a child. And now our migrant brothers and sisters have their children with them. You know, we don't want them 10 years later holding mics and telling their stories. Do we want that? I can't hear you. Do we want that? I still can't hear you. Do we want our little children 20 years down the track holding mics and crying for justice? Do we want that? Exactly. And like I said, the government has done enough damage. Chris Farfoy has done enough damage. He was assigned a duty to fix it. The past problems, he was assigned a duty to fix the issues of migrants. Not just come online and say, yes, we're looking at it. Okay, yeah, I'll hold you back, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt there. Yeah, validate everything, support everything that Cher has said. Right, so I think we got to kind of start walking a little bit. I'll hand over to Joe to explain what's happening next.
Kia ora, guys. Well, we had the speeches, we've had the marches, we've had the articles. We hear the voices of the people today from the Pacifica community, from the Panthers. Big cheer for Makalisi, Polynesian Panthers. They stood up. They raided back. When they were raided, they raided back. When the ministers give the orders to drag people from their homes, the Panthers stood up and they did it back to the ministers. You've been ignored by these ministers. Chris Farfoy is ignoring people. When somebody used the word torture, it's true. There's people who haven't seen their children, haven't seen their loved ones in 18 months. What the hell's going on? Be kind. Be kind. That was what we were told. No one's been kind to these people. That's why we're going over. That's why we're going over to the front. Because people shouldn't be ignored anymore. They shouldn't be silenced anymore. It's time to stand up, and it's time to see who the people are who are not being kind to. So everybody get your placards, get the banners, and we're going to walk over. When we go over there, we're going to take 5 minutes of silence for all the people who are in the Dawn Reds and also for Devinder as well. This is going to be done respectfully. This is going to be done in solidarity with those who were put under pain of dawn raids 50 years ago. But this government has done 260 dawn raids this year. And all the people here who are left in limbo, they need action today. So an apology without action, like the Polynesian people have said, the Panthers have said, the Tongan leaders have said, an apology without action is just rhetoric from this government. It's just image from this government. And we want substance, not imagery. Give amnesty now to all the overstayers. Give pathways to residency. Bring the families back and let the workers stay. We need them.